Spirituality nowadays has become a business, a new kind of religion. And I say that because a lot of people have turned spirituality into their whole personality. And honestly, it does not look evolved, it looks performative. Some people think that just because they understand a few universal laws or they know terms like conscious creator or they can talk about manifestation, frequency, and awareness, and that automatically makes them better than somebody who does not. As if knowing about the universe somehow places them above who are just living. And that's egoistic. But what I really want to ask you, who claim to be so spiritual, if you really understand all of this, then why isn't your life reflecting it? If you know so much, then why you are constantly frustrated, stuck, bitter, and struggling, and even disconnected from joy? Knowledge that never translates into a lived experience is not wisdom. It's just information dressed up as identity. Spirituality is not proven by suffering. I can tell you that. Suffering does not make you as deep as opposed to what you have been told. Struggling does not make you awakened. You did not come here to suffer in the name of being above all the worldly things, in the name of being spiritual. You came here to experience life fully. And ironically, the very teachings people misuse often say the opposite of what they practice. Life flows better when you are relaxed, present, and actually enjoying yourself, not when you're constantly tensed, righteous, or spiritually stressed. Please understand this. You are a human being at the end of the day. And it is okay to mess up sometimes. It is okay to not know certain things. And it is okay to do certain things just because they bring you joy. And what does these so-called spiritual gurus do when they ask you to follow them? They forbid you from doing everything, every little thing that makes you a human being. And that keeps you in a constant state of stress. And let me tell you this. Let me hold your hand when I tell you this. You attract the experiences through your state of being. So if you are constantly stressed about not doing something right or doing something wrong, your life is going to reflect that stress. And some people who do say that, yes, my life did get better just because I followed this particular person, it wasn't them, hun. It wasn't them. It was your belief and your conviction that made it better, that made your life better. The best things manifest when you are aligned with ease and not when you're forcing meaning into misery. And this is where another major misunderstanding creeps in. A lot of so called spiritual people genuinely believe that by doing nothing, they can manifest everything. Just by visualizing, just by sitting with it, just by being aligned, no action needed, they can manifest anything. Let's be real for a second. Let's be real for a second. If you truly understand how manifestation works, then you should know this one thing. For anything to manifest in this physical realm, it has to pass through three realms of existence, which is your spiritual realm, your mental realm, and the 3D physical realm. And if now you are only sitting in the spiritual and mental realms, thinking, visualizing, affirming, but you refuse to engage with the 3D world, nothing is going to materialize. Manifestation does not skip reality, it moves through it. And the same logic applies other way around. If you are taking action, but mentally you do not have that belief in what you are doing, if there is no internal alignment, then again, it won't come to fruition. This whole narrative of just visualize it, it will happen on its own without taking action is pure nonsense. It's pure nonsense. Let's say, I will explain it to you like a 5-year-old, right? Let's say I want to cut a lemon. Now, if I'm visualizing about cutting a lemon, I'm thinking about it, I can exactly tell how to cut a lemon in theory. I can see very clearly it in my mind, but I never actually pick up the knife and do it in the physical world. Is that lemon ever going to get cut? Tell me, is it ever going to happen? Of course not. It's not that complicated to understand. You can, of course, attract opportunities, people, ideas, experiences, but if you do not accept them, if you do not act on them, if you don't meet them halfway in this physical world, how on earth are they supposed to manifest? Hmm? This is one of the biggest scams pushed by the high vibe spiritual culture. It removes responsibility while pretending to be enlightened, and it keeps people passive, waiting, and stuck while calling that stagnation and trusting the universe. I trust the universe. Of course, you do trust the universe. Another thing that people fail to realize is that when spirituality becomes your whole personality, you have not actually escaped any boxes. You have just switched the boxes. Religion boxed people with fear, rules, and authority, and now spirituality, when misused, becomes another box, just with a different packaging. Now, instead of saying I'm religious, it's I am spiritual. Instead of rituals, now it is crystals. Instead of priest, now it is gurus. But psychologically, it's the same mechanism. And this is where another issue shows up, especially online. Today, you will find countless, calling themselves spiritual gurus or more so the messengers of high vibration. They promise they promise you connection to divine clarity, healing, elevation. But here's the line that should never be crossed. A guide can help you realize your potential. They can never become the source of it. A true teacher can point things out. They can help you see your blind spots or your limited belief. They can help you become aware of what you're not seeing. But the moment someone positions themselves as the channel through which you must attain growth, peace, success, that's not guidance anymore. That is power. And whenever power shifts outside of you, dependency enters. The moment you start believing that your evolution depends on somebody else's presence, approval, or system, you have handed over your agency. And that's exactly how spiritual authority quietly replaces self trust. You'll hear things like, if you're spiritual, you should not eat this, you should not consume this, you should not watch this, you should not live like this, or the best, what they say, reject material wealth, which is so hypocritical. So hypocritical because they themselves are doing it all for money. And you know it, which isn't wrong, but highly hypocritical. And this mindset directly contradicts one of the fundamental principles of existence. All truths are half truths, which ultimately governs your experience, is not the object, it's your belief about the object. The strongest force that shapes reality is not avoidance or restriction, it is conviction. If you believe something is harmful to you, your body and mind will respond to it as harmful. If you believe something supports you, your system aligns accordingly. Your belief gives it the power. History is full of things that were once impossible until belief shifted and suddenly they were not. Laws bend where conviction is absolute. For decades, I'll give you this example. For decades, it was believed that women could not compete with men in chess at the highest level, right? But then, hello, Judith Polgar was raised with the belief that intelligence is trained, not gendered. She then went on to defeat multiple world champions and became the highest rated female player in history of chess. The game did not change, neither did the biology. The belief did. The only thing that changed was the belief. And then the performance followed. Because the moment you truly understand this one simple thing, that you are the source, you are the source, a lot of traps will lose their grip. Darling, say it with me. I am the source. I am the source. I am the source. People can help you realize your potential. They can become an ally. They can become your guide. But if they become the source through which you improve, you grow, or feel whole, that's where the problem starts. And that's how people get stuck in these guru loops, cult dynamics, losing money, losing discernment, sometimes even losing sanity, while thinking they're becoming more spiritual, which is sad. True spirituality never makes you dependent, it makes you sovereign. At its core, spirituality is supposed to be simple. It's meant to help you understand yourself, your patterns, your reaction, your conditioning, your sense of agency. It's meant to show you how you participate in creating your experiences, not to give you a costume to wear or a personality to perform. Wearing malas, changing your wardrobe, using substance, or adopting a certain aesthetic does not make you conscious. None of that is spirituality. It's symbolism at best, escapism at worst. The brain rewires itself through consistent action, emotional regulation, and awareness, not through labels. You do not become a different person by calling yourself different. You become different by living differently. And metaphysically speaking, if consciousness is truly the source, then your consciousness should express itself through clarity, groundedness, responsibility, joy, and impact. Life is not meant to be complicated. You're not here to constantly decode existence. You are here to experience it, to enjoy, to grow, to contribute, to be kind, to build, to fail, to love, to laugh, to evolve without turning evolution into an ego project. Spirituality should make you more human, not less, more present, not detached, more alive, not performative. If it doesn't do that, then no matter how enlightened you are, it does not mean shit. And with that, I will see you in the next video.